let's shift gears a little bit and go into the top 3 areas to buy a residential house or property. And yeah, so let's talk about this. Like number 1 you have on the list is the Anchorage municipality.
So similar to what the lower 48 calls counties, so we refer to our counties here as municipalities and boroughs. So for the military population that gets stationed at J-Bear, which is Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, that is located in the Anchorage municipality, which makes up the towns of Anchorage, Eagle River, and Chugiak. So that's a wonderful place to buy residential property for a number of reasons, whether it is for you to reside in, whether it's for you to start an investment portfolio. The Anchorage municipality has a lot of housing, a lot of opportunity for people to invest in their own asset as opposed to, investing in their landlord's assets. So we have a large military population, like I've mentioned, and even if folks are only going to be stationed here traditionally 3 years, we're what's known as OCONUS. We're an overseas base, if you will, in the Air Force's eyes, well, in the military's eyes in general. So being OCONUS means, as opposed to having a traditional 4-year duty station, our service members are assigned here for 3 years at a time. So even when folks are only going to be here for 3 years, as long as it makes financial sense and they're comfortable with what that payment is going to be, our rental rates are traditionally well above what you can get as far as a mortgage payment goes. So the opportunity for somebody to buy and start investing in their own real estate, and then when they PCS elsewhere, to have the opportunity to convert it to a rental and start their investment portfolio is a really, really great opportunity for our service members. We also have a lot of folks who invest in the Anchorage municipality because the folks that work up on the slopes, they tend to have odd schedules. It might be 2 weeks on, 1 week off, couple weeks on, a week off, something to that nature. So that's a really good place to own real estate too, where you can have that consistent short-term rental or return rentability on an investment property also. So Anchorage municipality is definitely a great place to own residential real estate.
Excellent. Yeah, it makes sense. If you can afford to purchase and it's going to be the same price as renting, then might as well purchase.
Usually lower for size house.
Yeah, that is interesting concept here in California. Yeah. Talk about you have two places listed down, which is Matsu Borough.
The Matsu Borough is just north of the Anchorage municipality. So the main towns in the Matsu Borough that most people know are Palmer and Wasilla. So Palmer has beautiful 360-degree mountain views. They have a very small town feeling, mostly all mom and pop, not a lot of big box stores there. So Palmer is a really attractive, awesome place to live, and owning residential there is wonderful as well. Same thing with Wasilla. So Wasilla has really built up over the years. They're still developing a lot of Wasilla. There's a lot of lakes in the area. There's waterfront properties, and you have all of your needs in one centralized location in downtown Wasilla. So a lot of people who live in the Matsu Borough tend to not make the hour commute into Anchorage because there's not really a need to. We have almost all of the same stores here, with the exception of your favorite store, Costco. We don't have Costco here in the Valley. We call it the Valley. The Matsu, it's the Matanuska-Susitna Borough, and we call it the Valley out here. So people who have bought and sold and invested in real estate in the Matsu Borough over the last couple of years, they've seen an increase in their values outside of just the big bubble that we had going on. But it's because it's constantly developing, constantly growing, and you tend to be able to get more house and more land for your money in the Matsu Borough than you can in the Anchorage municipality. property taxes tend to be lower. So there's a lot of positives, and it just kind of depends on where the client is going to be living or working or playing, and what your needs and wants are. But I personally just purchased in the Matsu borough earlier this year, and just seeing the town flourish and start to build that equity and how the town is developing is really great to see, and really great for our real estate economy here.
Awesome. That's great. And the third place you have listed is Kenai Peninsula.
Kenai Peninsula is beautiful. It's my favorite place to travel within the state. So Kenai Peninsula has the town of Kenai, which a lot of people go to for fishing. We own land in Anchor Point, which is another great place for fishing. It also encompasses my top 2 favorite places to travel in the state, which are Homer and Seward. So many people travel to that area. It provides a lot of opportunity for employment. It really helps with the values of the properties if you own something in the Kenai Peninsula, because again, people are always traveling from outside or even within the state to come down to the Kenai Peninsula. So that really helps our economy down there strive and helps our real estate strive. So another wonderful place to own real estate, whether it's for owner occupancy or investment purposes.
Awesome. Kenai. I like that name. It's interesting. So that's for residential. So if you're thinking about moving to the area, now you were alluding a little bit to investment properties. Thanks, MJ, again, and we'll see you in the next episode. And MJ's info will be down below. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to her.